Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Eric Cave, and I'm the director of Next Gen Ministries for the Pacific Northwest Conference. Today, I'm excited because I get to introduce you to one of our new pastors, and she's also an old friend. And so, welcome, Bekah. Bekah Lindberg is the new lead pastor at Valley Covenant Church in Eugene, and she has her dog Pippin with us. So it looks like Pippin just hopped down, but he'll probably
He might
come
come
back.
back.
We'll see. So, Becca, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Tell us a little about yourself. What is your personal and ministry background?
So I'm the new pastor at Valley Covenant Church. Before this, I was the associate pastor called technically Connections Pastor at Community Covenant Church in Peabody, Massachusetts, which is north of Boston. And I grew up in the Snoqualmie, so in Washington State. And I was excited to come back out here. I've never been the solo pastor before, but I've always felt a calling towards that ministry. One of the pluses and minuses of being the solo pastor is that you do a little bit of everything. But that's what
Mhm,
I wanted.
mhm,
I didn't want to do
mhm,
just focus on one thing only. Like if I only worked with kids, I would miss the adults. But if I only worked with adults, I
mhm,
would miss the kids. And
mhm,
so
mhm.
I was excited about the opportunity to do a solo pastor gig. I am from a long covenant family, so some people on this group will probably recognize me. I have worked at Cascades Camp and Conference Center, and I grew up at Cascade Covenant Church in North Bend. So I want to thank them here because I wouldn't have started the call process without
Mhm, mhm,
Cascade Covenant Church. So
mhm.
they are definitely my biggest cheerleaders, even though I haven't been back for a little bit. So thank you.
Really glad that you're here. And it's fun that you've come full circle back to the Pacific Northwest. What are you passionate about in ministry right now? What's going on at Valley Covenant? What's it been like for you since you started, and what are you looking forward to in the future?
Well, I started in September and it's now Advent. So
Oh,
current
wow.
ministry for me is busy. This
Mhm.
season is always busy for pastors, and this is my first Advent and my first end of a business year as the only pastor. So it's a combination of what do we do for Christmas Eve service here, and what does the budget look like, and what is that thing making noise on the roof? Is that a problem, or should
Yeah,
we get it
yeah.
fixed, or is it fine? So it's a combination of all of those things at the
Mhm.
moment. Everybody here has been amazing. If I drop a ball, they're all like, "It's fine, we've got it," and they're so used to carrying the ministry of the
Mhm.
church
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
they've been super welcoming in having me join them. And what I'm passionate about is getting to know everybody even better. I jumped right
Mhm.
in, joining them in ministry and getting to know
Mhm.
everybody. And it takes time to get to know a congregation well. And so that's where I'm passionate, is trying to see where everybody is, where God is, and then where God is leading us as a community, especially to where to serve in Eugene and Springfield. Valley Covenant Church cares a lot about its neighbors. One of the things that impressed me when I was candidating here was that one of their goals is that if the church has to close for some reason, the community would miss them.
Yeah,
And
that's fantastic.
so we're kind of at a stage where we can maybe start some new outreach and
Okay.
new idea. And there's all of these dreams and hopes and visions, and we just have to kind of, one of the projects in the future is to coalesce into a few and not all of them.
Excellent.
There's a lot of passion and excitement there.
Good. Well, how can we pray for you?
It's the first Advent and first business end of the year for me
What
as
you
a
just said.
solo pastor, and it's a lot. I was feeling like I'm only a little bit ahead of the ball. Every
Mm,
week, I'm just like, what am I preaching on next week? And it has to go into the bulletin, and all
mm,
of these things that the patterns aren't there yet. So, prayers for me to put sustainable patterns on ministry that I can continue well, prayers that have the time to continue getting to know the congregation and the city well, as I'm also new to this area of Oregon, and prayers that it is not just work, but there's joy.
yeah, thanks for sharing that. And I'll be praying for you. I encourage everyone's watching right now to go and just pray for you as well. Hopefully, you'll feel that support.
Thank you.
Well, it's our custom now to kind of shift gears and just ask some fun questions to get to know you a little bit better. And so I have a few that we can dive into that you picked ahead of time, and we'll see where they go. You ready?
Okay.
Okay, so the first one is, what is one thing that you couldn't live without?
All right. I actually am going to have to do two things because one is my
Okay.
dog, Pippin,
Okay.
who
Yeah,
the church is gracious
Pippin's
enough.
camera shy all of a sudden.
I know you were up we were up earlier. You gonna come say hi? Maybe we'll grab him at the end.
Okay, okay,
My this church has been welcoming enough to allow me to bring him on days where it's just meetings and not
okay.
like services, which has been really
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
And the other is ice cream. I have an ice
Ice
cream
cream.
maker
Okay.
and I make
Oh,
my own ice cream for myself and for other people, and I love it.
that's pretty fun. Do you have a favorite non-homemade brand or place for ice cream?
Oh, haven't found a good place out here yet.
Okay,
But if I'm really, I do go for a Tillamook or a Ben and Jerry's
okay,
if I'm
that's good.
feeling like I don't have time to make it myself.
Okay, next question is what is your favorite place to be?
I grew up every year going to Mount Rainier National Park. That was
Mm,
our place. That's still my place when I go. You're like, oh, okay, we're back and we're home. So it's nice to be back out near it and not across the country from Mount Rainier.
have you hiked it?
I have not summited it. No, my brother has. I am not that. I am a slow hiker. I am a take pictures of the
Okay.
wildflowers
Yeah,
type
yeah.
of hiker.
Okay,
But
good.
my favorite thing is an alpine lake with like the wildflowers
Mm,
around it. It's
mhm.
one of my very favorite places to be. In heaven, I think it'll be like that with no mosquitoes.
Good answer. Okay, next question is what's the weirdest job that you've ever had?
Well, I've worked at Cascades Camp, so that's always a job that has 80,000 weird parts in it. But
Mhm,
I was
mhm.
a swim teacher and a lifeguard for most of my career.
Yeah.
So, unusual job in that you don't wear pants, normally.
That's true.
Um,
That's true. Yeah.
but I loved it. I loved teaching the kids. I loved especially the like hyperactive 5-year-olds that just wanted to like do it by themselves
Mm,
and wiggle. That's like the
mhm,
whole point of swim lessons. And so giving
mm.
them that space and seeing them be like, I can do it by myself was just so much fun.
That's good. What was your camp name?
Kiva. I was
Okay,
waterfront director and lifeguard there most of the time. And then I actually ch was my first pastor job was their summer chaplain one year.
that's fun.
So my brother and my sister all worked there as well. So we are
Good.
definitely a camp family. Hi, Rob.
Good. Okay, so this is one of my favorite questions, and I'm really glad that you picked it. Which would you want the most? Flying cars, robot housekeepers, or moon cities?
And when I saw it, I was immediately like, I would want moon cities for sure. I am an astronomy nerd. I I wouldn't say I'm amazing at the stargazing and looking at it, but I
Okay.
love it.
Okay.
And I would love to go to the moon. I would be like a
Mhm.
dream to go to the moon. And so if there were moon cities, I would be like, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna vacation, I'm gonna go pasture there. I don't know. We're gonna make it happen.
Yeah, okay, moon pastor. And I know this like ties right into your next question you picked is if you could do another job for just one day, what would it be?
It would be an astronaut on the International Space Station.
Good
And
choice.
I'm super not qualified for it. I'm claustrophobic and don't necessarily like airplanes, so I can't imagine I would like rocket ships. But Jesus has always been so clear to me in the stars and in the
Awesome.
vastness of outer space, and I would love to see it.
Imagine looking through that portal and just
I,
yeah,
I, it would be a dream come true.
yeah.
So it'll be a heaven kind of dream, I think. I don't
There
think
you
I'll
go.
ever make
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
but if I could do any job for a day that I'm not qualified for, it would be
That
an
was
astronaut in the International Space Station.
good. Well, thank you, Becca. I'd want to be there with you, by the way. Thanks for taking the time for letting us get to know you. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm
Yeah,
really glad that you're here with us in the Northwest Conference. So thanks.
I'm glad to be here.